Hey guys, I want to do a quick video on my transmission here for anybody interested in putting a shifter on a T56 that moves the shifter to the front mount here, where it's just normally a little cover. So as you can see, I already got it put on here. I don't have my shifter bolted down, I'll show you all that, but here's where the normal car shifters are in this rear position. And my only experience with the T56 is with like an F-body car, so 93 to 02. And I've never had an LT1 car, 93 to 97. I've only had LS1 98 to 02s. So I know this transmission is basically the same, just the input shaft and bell housing, and so anyways, I've got a 90 model Chevrolet truck I'm putting this in, so the LT1 based works perfect for me because it will bolt up to my TBI 350. So but here it is. So I got the cover on back here, got everything put back on here. You do have to put your shift adapter, the piece that goes on the shift rail that your shifter ball on the bottom of the shifter goes into. You do need to put that back on the shaft when you're done, because this is reverse lockout, and if you're going to use it, that piece has to be on the shaft. Otherwise, this has nothing that it blocks when it engages. So this goes out and actually pushes on the side of the shifter adapter that's on the rail to keep you from being able to go into reverse. So if you're putting in this in something that doesn't have the capability of the computer controlling this, all you have to do is wire up a switch and bring 12 volts down to here. And whenever you want to go into reverse, you just flip that switch on. It puts 12 volts on this, and this disengages and allows you to push it over and go up into reverse. Otherwise, with no power on it, this is pushed out and it will not let you go into reverse. So that's how that works. So I wanted to keep from going into reverse whenever you go from fourth to fifth, because obviously that would be a bad deal. So here's the shifter. Just got it set on here. This is a Silver Sport Transmissions, or SST. This is their kit. I think it's about 400 bucks. Comes with the shifter, comes with the cover. There was another cover too that's, the dimensions are really similar to this, but they're a little different. So I'm guessing that maybe some of the maybe the LS1 or the like GTO or Corvette T56s, I'm not sure, a Viper or a Mustang. There's some other cover that's really similar to this, but it's a little different. But anyways, come with this cover, the shifter. It comes with this shift adapter in here that you put in place to allow you to shift from this position versus that position. So that's what we got here. So basically what I did to begin with, when I read the instructions, said you have to take this whole transmission apart. I did not want to do that. If I was going to do that, then I would go ahead and rebuild the whole transmission. But why do that when this could be good? I did buy this transmission used, so there was a chance that there is something wrong with it, and in my case that was correct. Luckily my issue was with reverse back here, so I did have to pull my transmission back out. That's why I got it out now. I had to replace some parts on the reverse system back here. The reverse gear, I put a new blocker ring. I flipped the slider over where I've got fresh teeth for reverse, and I put a new shift fork in it. So hopefully that issue is fixed. But normally when you first take this apart, the shift rail goes straight through. There's no gap right here where you see it's cut and where it's cut right there. It goes straight through. There is a piece on the shift rail right here because you have, I'm not sure what this is over here. There's some kind of device threaded in, and then this right here I think is your CAGs, or like the skip shift deal. So it's right there. So anyways, when you cut, you can cut it because you can see the rail in between. So you can cut it with a Zeus wheel, excuse me, which is what I did. I packed duct tape and all up underneath everything to where I wouldn't have any debris from me cutting going down into the transmission. So I cut it. Then you're able to slide the shift rail into the back of the transmission here. Then you can get that piece off of your shift rail. Then you can cut what you need to cut off and get it ground down smooth, because it says it's got these contours in it right here, where I guess when you've got it shifted, you know, like into first, third, and fifth, and then when you got it shifted back to second, fourth, and sixth, you know, the shifter kind of is at an angle, so it needs to have that kind of rolled edge to it to clear. So it says to make sure you follow that. So mine is a little further than that. On that side, this side, it's good and flush. So here's the bronze cup right there for your shifter. So you've got to buy some like glue and compound to secure that down in there once you get done. But the only other issue I ran into was this shaft is like a hardened shaft. So you got to have a special drill bit and a really good precise drill to get that drilled. So it's not something I was capable of doing in my garage. I think I bought a cobalt bit and tried it, and it was not going to happen. So I ended up taking the tail housing off, pulling this rear part of the rail out, and I took that to a machine shop and had them drill me a hole in it for that roll pin to go through. This hole is already in the shaft for that existing adapter to work with the two things in the side of the transmission here. So reuse that hole, have to drill that hole, and then that allows you to put everything in here. So there it is in the transmission. Make sure you put your stock shifter adapter back on the rail back in here when you get it all put together. And as far as I know, that's the only other advice I have. So I'm, like I said, this is going in a 90 model truck, Chevrolet truck, with a bench seat. So the rear position right here was not going to work for me. I didn't really want to go to bucket seats because I like the bench seat in there so I can fit 3 people, even though the middle person's going to have to deal with the shifter. That's just how it is. That's what the truck came with. Kind of wanted to keep it original to that. So this is only, I think about it, it's within 1 inch to 2 inches difference of where a stock 5-speed shifter comes up in the floor. So it's pretty close. It's gonna be nice. So anyways, here it is, Silver Sport transmission, T56 front mount shift kit installed. So hopefully that helps somebody that's wanting to do this, or maybe in the process of doing it and stuck, or if you just wanted to know it's out there, you can do it. There it is.